Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a topic about self-injury and autism. It is a lot of information on this topic that I have to share with you guys, and I'm going to make people understand why I do it, why people do that to communicate their needs and wants. So number one, it's how people express themselves with strong emotion. Like, imagine you just holding up bottled energy and you don't know what to do with it. You have to have it somewhere. You need to release it somehow. So for me, sometimes self-injury is a factor of a very, very strong emotion. It is instinct behavior, and it is just happens automatically. It's a body reaction that you can't help sometimes. It happens. It's how I communicate my needs and my wants. When I can't say it, I have to do something to release the pressure. It makes me feel sad when I can't express myself the right way for people to understand me. Or if I am just so frustrated, I need that energy out. It's the only way that will happen fast enough for someone not to help me. I get mad and angry and frustrated, and that is the main causes of why I do self-injury. There's many kinds of forms of self-injury or self-harm. I'm not going to really go much into the topic of it, but I have my things I do, and everyone has things that helps them cope with their emotions. And the also thing about this condition is it's very dangerous sometimes. I need it to be under control, but sometimes it can't be. Like, it needs to happen. And sometimes the pain numbs my emotional pain. So if I'm very emotional and I want that feeling out of my chest, I have that deep pressure in my chest, and I hate that feeling. And I have symptoms of like pain, and when I breathe it hurts sometimes if I'm very struggling with my emotions. And I feel like numbing the pain helps when I need to like feel it and distract my body when it's like somewhere else in my body, not my heart, not just like my chest. It's just a good distractor for the body. It like clicks you out like that, because sometimes I feel like it's the only way to release it. And it releases my problems too when I have pain sometimes. It's just a way to communicate strong emotions. My life coaches are always aware of my behaviors. It's on my contract. My manager who manages my services, she needs to know about this too. I don't want people to know about this, but it had to be done for me to get services. So I'm very like shy when I talk about it, but they needed to know before they sign the contract when working with me. My life coaches work with me a couple times a week. I have 2 life coaches. I had 2 in the past, and I have 2 new ones that are not new now. They're my forever life coaches. But I did have my rounds of life coaches, and everyone works differently with me. And I know just from experience, they really observe my behaviors and how I feel. They have to regulate my emotions and just check in with me, because sometimes I'm zoned out. I hide my emotions. I don't want to share my needs, my wants sometimes, because I feel like, oh, I need to figure it out for myself. So my life coaches are very aware of my condition about this, and they have to protect me and make sure I'm safe, because it's their job, because it's in the contract. And I know some people that work with special needs or like work with people with autism in the school district, they actually get trained to work with people that are aggressive, they do self-harm, they're just out of control. So some people have experience when it comes to dealing with this behavior, which is very dangerous at some points in life, and sometimes it's not. I'm glad that my life coaches help me when it comes to these scenarios, because sometimes they don't know, and I just do it myself, and they just, oh, it's too late. But they really check in, and they really make sure I'm doing okay when I'm in public, when I'm at home doing homework, when something happens and it's a crisis, like they're there to kind of make sure I'm in line and I don't really explode like a volcano. My life coaches stop my behavior if I'm doing it right away. Like, I know there's points where I have done something in the middle and they have to stop my behavior in the middle of the process. It kind of makes me feel sad that they have to stop my behaviors, but it will cause to more harm than anything else. It's a dangerous thing, and they're brave. They are so brave stepping in, helping me, because sometimes I don't know what my reaction is going to be like, and they just have to protect themselves too when they work with me, because I can sometimes lash out or just throw things if I'm very frustrated, and I'm not like that all the time, but I know certain things can make me explode. So they're brave and they just really care about me as a person when working with me, and they really want me to just work on this behavior, because sometimes it's hard when I'm alone trying to figure out life by myself, and these road bumps happen and boom. It just happens with, like, I don't know, sometimes it can be unexpected behavior too. Um, and yeah, it's a habit and it is sometimes uncontrollable. Like I said, sometimes I don't know my surroundings in public until boom, it happens. Like, it could be like a second and then boom. And it's like a habit. Like, I feel like that's the main way I cope with things, is by the pressure when I do things to my body. It's just releasing that pressure I need. It's like a big volcano, like boom, and you can feel it right here, like that's a little lava inside of me, and then it needs to go somewhere, so it has to explode like that, and that is how my body releases that pressure. When I feel it right here, I feel it like this, and it's like I had to explode somehow. So that is a good demonstration of how I feel inside, is by that, what I just did. So I know this is such a sensitive topic. I know when I had to be interviewed to see how many hours and see what services I qualify for, they had to ask me a lot of personal questions, and that topic really got to me. I had to skip that question because it was very emotional to go through that, and it's hard if people don't understand my needs, my wants, or just like, I just feel frustrated, and it's hard to use my words, be calm, take a deep breath. Like, deep breathing does not help me. Deep pressure and heat helps me a lot too, and animals. And just like maybe being in nature and getting a treat once in a while, like a bakery item, or like bubble tea I love, taking a walk with my life coaches. Those things help, but they don't solve all problems. So that's why I just feel like it was an early habit in my life, and I just continue to do that. But I'm trying to get better at this, but sometimes it's hard to just manage my emotions. But thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's hard to talk about, but I need to be open when it comes to this, because I can't hide it anymore. I can't hide how I feel about this topic, and I know it will help other people who are experiencing autism. This video will help you, because I feel the same way. I need help sometimes, and it's hard when my life coaches, my parents, my aunt notices like the things and the marks I already did to myself on my body, and it makes me feel like I'm trying. Like, can't you see I'm trying to manage my emotions, but it makes me feel even worse when people say, oh, look what happened to your wrist, or like what happened to your arm, because that is the most vulnerable spots on me, on my wrist and my arms. The rest of my body is usually covered, unless it's like summertime. I wear shorts, but for the most part, it's just how I release my pressure by using my hands and my arms a lot of the time, and some other things I'm not going to go into, but that's private information, so I'm not going to say that to any of you guys. So thank you again, and I'll see you in my next video.